What's up, my fishies, and welcome back. Cricket Ann, it is not time. It is not time, Chica. Miss Cricket thinks it's time to go outside, and, like, she's still got a few hours. But today's video is a behind the scenes, if you will. Alright. One second. Let me let this child out. There you go. You know, I've been talking with a few people, and well, it seems that there's a bit of confusion as to how the whole subscribing thing works. And hopefully I can clear that up for you. You know, on YouTube there are channels that require you to pay for exclusive content. And hitting the subscribe button, it's not charging you a single thing, okay? And subscribing to a channel, one, it keeps you up to date with what's going on with that channel. If it has a little icon that says join instead of subscribe, that is what you're paying for. You know, you hit that join button, you're going to be paying, X amount of dollars a month for exclusive content. You know, this is extra content that is not readily available to regular subscribers. And for us that create content, if you're one of the fortunate few that gets to be a part of the YouTube Partner Program, which I forget how many hours of video you have to have in the first place to, be able to qualify, but you have to have between 1,000 and 1,100 subscribers. That's a lot of people. And it helps grow the channel. There's the more subscribers, views, and likes you have, the higher the YouTube algorithm puts you on the home screen with your videos. And when it's higher on the list like that, it allows more people to be able to see your video before anybody else's. And when you're trying to grow a YouTube channel, like I am, that helps out a lot. It's something that, helps grow the channel, gets more people seeing the channel, the videos, the content. And, it's free to subscribe. I mean, yeah, you have to sign into your Google, and have, your own little YouTube account to be able to subscribe. But it costs $0, people. Zero. I mean, now, if you're like me and you're trying to grow your YouTube channel, make something out of it, get it to where you can do it full-time job instead of holding a regular 9 to 5 like everybody else, like I currently do, well, that's when the money starts coming in, and, well, let's be more accurate. That's when the money starts going out instead of coming in. And why I say that, just for example, I'll down here so you can see. Materials cost money. Okay? Materials cost money. I thought when I started that, it was actually going to be, fairly easy. And, I mean, to a degree it is. Now, can't beat it. That being said, I spent I believe just for those materials that I just showed you, plus foam balls, paint, stuff like that, I believe I spent almost $120. Okay. Now, granted, I'm going to end up getting, I believe, 6 to 7 videos out of those materials, but it costs money. I mean, Travel Thursdays, for example, they're not cheap. OKC Train Show, it was $10 admission, but you got to factor in the fuel driving from Chickasha to Oklahoma City and back. uh, Going to the various lakes that I go to. Every time I go to the lake, I always have my fishing gear with me when I go to the lake, uh, and it costs money at a lot of the lakes around here. A lot of them that you have seen on this channel, uh, Hefner, Fuqua, Duncan, all those, it's $2 to fish. It doesn't cost anything to go there and just, enjoy the sights. Other than gas, fuel cost, and time. And, a lot of people don't understand exactly how much time goes into making content for YouTube. And you've got to factor in your shooting schedule, when you're going to film the videos. And like me, usually Travel Thursdays, I shoot on Thursday or Friday. And then I have to shoot the Teach It Tuesday, then the Make It Monday. And I usually do those, I do those a week in advance. And I mean, anybody that, there's been a few times that I've shot a Make It Monday first thing Monday morning when I got off work at 7 a.m. Or I shot it the night before, before I went to work, because I work night shift. I work from 10 at night to 7 in the morning, and, the graveyard shift, and it's not easy. It's not, working a 40-hour-a-week job, plus trying to create content for YouTube, plus trying to keep up with things around the house. And of course, with my stepdad passing a month ago, there's a lot of things that have to be done, at my mom's place, plus here. And, you got to find the time to do it. And it takes a lot of time. It really does. You've got to figure out, what your video is going to be. It's just like right now I'm sitting here looking at the stuff that I'm going to be using to shoot Make It Monday, which you saw yesterday. And, this is the centerpiece. Okay? Remember this from yesterday? Because I want to show you this yesterday. But you got to come up with an idea of, what you're wanting to make your video about. Which, let me readjust here, because I've got the little light that's normally on behind me, and I can see it in the camera over the shoulder. It's driving me crazy. But once you figure out, what your video is going to be about, then you got to get everything set up, make sure you have all the materials for it, and then you got to be able to set your camera up, dig out your mics, if that's what you need. And of course, I don't edit a single video. Like, I have no way to. And a lot of people that create YouTube content, they do edit their videos. And trust and believe, they probably started out just like me, cell phone or, mom and dad's camera, something like that to shoot their videos. And, if you scroll all the way back to their very first video, you're going to see a totally different channel, I'm sure. And that's something that I've been battling with is, this channel started out as my singing channel, videos of me out doing karaoke. And yeah, I can understand where that seems kind of silly, especially the fact that, I had my face painted, you know, had my stage boots, stage clothes, did the hair, whole nine, but I loved it. And, it breaks my heart that, I really can't do that anymore. You know, After having a lung collapse, I developed scar tissue on my throat that's actually hindering me from being able to sing like I used to. I hope one day to be able to figure out a way to get it broke up to where I can sing again. But in the meantime, this is what we've got. I got to find some way to unleash creativity into the world to be therapeutic for myself and maybe teach people something that they didn't know. And, that's the thing about YouTube content creators, well, any kind of content creator. You've got to have money to do it. You've got to have the time and the ideas. And of course, me personally, I want to put stuff out there that I haven't seen that I would like to see. You know, a lot of my Make It Mondays are either a variant of something that I've already seen, and I try to find a different, better way of doing things, and I follow a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of content creators that they make stuff or fix stuff. And, a lot of them are out of the box thinkers. Bad Chad and Queen Jolene, prime example. Bad Chad thinks way outside the box. I mean, he is currently taking a four-door Dodge or Plymouth car and turning it into a pickup truck. And I mean, if you follow Kevin Morgan, he's done a few renderings of what, he thinks it may look like in the end. And he's pretty close. And I am all about creativity. I like doing new and interesting things, finding a new way to do it. It's just like the paint pour piggy bank. I did not do that in a fashion that is typically done for something like that. That's typically the way you do it for a canvas to create a certain style of photo, style of a picture. I thought it'd be cool to do it to a piggy bank. And I mean, a lot of people, a lot of my friends and family think it's really cool looking. And of course, that's another struggle with this channel is the fact that there's so many Make It Mondays and Teach It Tuesdays that I want to do. But unfortunately, right now, I'm having to do everything by myself. I can occasionally get some help from mom. And, of course, everybody seems to like my little four-legged furry daughter Cricket a lot more than me. But I mean, can I blame you? No. I mean, 1,300 views for her little video of her chasing her tail. I mean, okay, yeah, she's cute, she's adorable. I get it. I do. I mean, and that's another thing that, goes into creating content is figuring out, what you, the viewer, wants to see. It's not just about what we want. Granted, that's part of it. But, it's a hard road to go down. I mean, I wish I had known, or thought, had the foresight to realize, all the crafting that I've done over the years, I could have over 100 videos right now for Make It Monday. And, I'm kind of kicking myself in the tail end for, not thinking of that sooner. I wasted so much time, not doing that, and of course, back then I had a laptop that I could have edited videos, you know, and that's what I was initially saying is, there is a lot of Make It Mondays that I would love to show you. It's really cool, but I don't have the ability to edit the videos to be able to show you the full process from start to finish. I could break it up into, various parts, like part one week, part two the next week, part three the week after that. And, we may end up doing that at some point. You know, coming up, once there are 13 Make It Mondays, 13 Teach It Tuesdays, and 13 Travel Thursdays, your boy Doc's got to take a break for the winter. I will not be posting, each of those days for the rest of the year. I mean, granted, first of the year's not that far away, but it's liable to be after January, maybe February before, I get to that. I'll be trying to, keep some updated posts, between now and then. But it's one of those deals that, like many content creators, I've got to figure out, what I'm going to be doing, because right now, I'm very limited on ideas as to what videos I can make. Resources are limited. I've got, tons of things that I've got to help my mom with, in coming weeks. Dealing with all my stepdad stuff, helping her get her house in order. Then I got to get my house in order because my office is an absolute disaster. And it kills me that, I have neglected it so much. But, that comes with being a content creator. Sometimes things get away from you. But like I said, as far as the subscribing to a channel, it doesn't cost a thing. And people that say it does, sorry, but you're 100% wrong. I subscribe to a ton of channels. ViceScript Garage, Redneck Computer Geek, Bad Chad and Jolene, Jigging with Jordan, D Almighty. I mean, Yappy Twan Twan. I mean, I subscribe to a lot of people. And, if you subscribe to my channel, I'm going to check your channel out. I'm going to see who you are. And if you've got videos that, are of interest to me, I'm going to subscribe to your channel too. So go ahead, hit the subscribe button. It's free. I'm not going to ask you to pay anything. I mean, even if I was part of the YouTube Partner Program, I am still not going to charge you a single cent for any content. Now, I get merchandise. Okay, yeah. To get a hat or a shirt, absolutely. It's going to cost money because it's going to cost me money to make it. Or to have somebody else produce it for me, and ship it out and all that. And I hope to get that one day. Right now it's just not in the cards. I am looking into it though, because, I do want to have a hat that says Something Fishy Studios across it, or, a shirt, I want to have merchandise. I really do. But, right now, I'm not sure where I'm going to be, how I'm going to be doing that. I mean, it is what it is. And of course, my mom, she brought up something the other day about some of my videos being too long, and she ends up dozing off halfway through it because, according to her, I'm old. My attention span just ain't what it used to be. And I mean, anybody that saw the Thanksgiving special, you know, they got to see mom on camera for the first time. And I hope to be able to bring her in on more videos because my mom is absolutely hilarious. You know, some of the things that comes out of that woman's mouth. Oy. I mean, everybody that knows my mom, they absolutely love her. Just like Cricket. Everybody loves Cricket. They think she's hilarious. Of course, you ask any of my friends, they're like, "Oh yeah, we love his mom, but you don't want to make her mad." And it's true, you really don't. But, there's a lot that goes into creating content. You know, you got money, time, mental, factors of being able to generate ideas for content. And it's a lot harder than people think. But, like I said, for you, the viewer, it's 100% free. You know, unless you click that little button that says join instead of subscribe, you know, it is what it is. Some people, some content providers and creators, they do charge for their content. But you can always tell which ones do and which ones don't. If one of them happens to have it linked to the subscribe button, period, to where, if you want to view their content, you have to pay, then it will tell you before it charges you because they cannot charge you without giving you the option to opt out. They cannot force you to buy a single thing. You know, and I know, of course, it's a lot of the older generation that seems to have this confusion. Of course, there are some in the younger ones that, they've watched, TikTokers and Instagrammers and, oh, well, they charge for their content. Well, that's them, not your boy. Mm-mm. Because I ain't paying for nobody's content. I don't care how cool it is. I'm not paying a single red cent to view somebody's content. I'll find somebody else that did the exact same thing and get to view it for free. That's just me. You know? I mean, it's ridiculous at, how many people out there take advantage of people like that. And, I'm absolutely appalled at it. Disgusted even. Granted, yeah, I want to make money doing this. But there's other ways to do that. You know, I mean, I could put my Make It Monday projects on eBay, Amazon, whatever, and be able to sell it. And that may be coming before long. I may have to do that to be able to afford what I need to keep the channel up and going. Because, like I've said, it's not cheap. It's really not. I mean, I love doing it. It gives me an outlet. It helps. It's very therapeutic for me. And I know, people get tired of, me doing these talking videos, but, it is in lieu of the fact that I currently don't have anything else and I don't want to disappoint in not posting a video. And it's just like taking this break, it's weighing on me because of the simple fact that I don't want to leave for a period of time and you not have anything to see, get bored or forget about it, or it, you no longer see it in your feed and you forget about it. I mean, I've had that happen before. Uh, when I took, the leave from singing, I went from, I think it was over 40 something subscribers down to 8. that hurt. You know, and right now I believe we're up to 18 on the channel. You know, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. It's 100% free. You know, I'm not going to charge you for anything except merchandise. And I'm not even going to do that right now because I don't have merchandise. I mean, and to be able to sell some of the stuff that I've made, like the bottle lamp, for example, that bottle lamp alone was over $100 to make. And that's because of the way I did it. And, you know, a custom piece like that, typically, if I was to sell it, you know, I'm going to have to charge what it cost me plus the time to make it, you know. And that's something else you got to factor in, you know, on anything. And I think I've covered this in a previous Tuesday video that, you know, time, materials, plus a bonus. That's the three factors when selling anything that you make. And, you know, that's just how I do things. But, like I said, subscribing is 100% free, you know, and if you come across one that hitting the subscribe button, it pops up, you know, X amount of dollars for, you know, this package, then just don't do it. I mean, you're not going to find that on my channel, you know, not at all, you know, because I want you to be able to see how to do things, you know. I'm here to teach, you know, I'm here to show, I'm here to entertain you in some form or fashion. I mean, let's take, you know, upcoming videos. You know, the final Travel Thursday, you know, it's one of my shortest Travel Thursdays. And, you know, it's kind of goofy. But, you know, it happens. And that's something that, you know, everybody's got to take into consideration is the fact that, you know, time, money, materials, you know, sometimes you just don't have it. And there's not really anything you can do about it. I mean, you scrimp, you save, but I'm not going to charge you to subscribe to my channel. My channel is 100% free. That's my promise from me to you. You know, I'm not going to charge you to subscribe to watch my videos. You can watch them 100% free as many times as you want. You know, liking a video doesn't cost a dime. And, you know, the more likes that us content creators get, the more it helps our channel. Just like the subscribers. You know, we need you to subscribe so we can keep bringing you content. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, you know, my aunt, you know, God love her, you know, she was worried about, you know, people tracking what she does on the internet. Well, I hate to tell you, but if you got a Facebook, you know, you got an email, you know, you do anything on your phone or computer, somebody somewhere is tracking you, and a lot of them are selling that information. I mean, I'm not tracking anything. You know, YouTube might be tracking, you know, what you're watching to see what other videos that, you know, they can suggest for you that might interest you. And a lot of times, they're actually pretty good. I mean, watching Bad Chat is how I found ViceScript Garage. And I forget who it was that I was watching, and at the end it suggested Bad Chad. And so I went and checked Bad Chad out, and Bad Chad's the man, you know. I like watching him. And because I like creativity, period, the end. You know, there's just, you know, there is so much out there, and the ridiculous notion that subscribing to a channel is going to cost you money just irritates me to no end. Because it's just not the case, folks. It's not. You know, I mean, you know, this is my workshop. I mean, it's a bit of a disaster still. You know, I'm still working on getting everything organized. But, you know, this stuff ain't cheap. But at the same time, well, I mean, those two chairs right there are cheap. That's roadside treasure. Got those for absolutely free, 50 free. Same with that stool right there. I got that seat top for free. I got that base for free. I got that dishwasher that is now a tool chest for free. I mean, come on. You know? Get free where you can get free, you know? I mean, it is what it is. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to charge you a single dime to hit that subscribe button, you know. And I mean, you can change your settings anytime, you know, your notification settings. You know, you hit that bell notification, still not going to cost you a dime. All that does is it tells you when I post new content, you know. And depending on what your settings are, depends on if you see it or if you don't. You know, if it's loud, if it's quiet. I mean, it's all up to you. So please, please, please share the ever loving crap out of this video so friends and family know that subscribing to a YouTube channel does not cost you a single dime. Unless the button says join and you click that, then yeah, they're going to want you to buy something to be able to get something. And nothing in the world's free. It's not. You know? I mean, yeah, you can subscribe to my channel for free. But if you want anything that I make in the video and you hit me up, you know, I'm going to tell you a price. You know, and it's usually going to cost, you know, shipping and handling also. But, you know, that's the only way it costs you anything. You know, it costs me money to make the videos, but I'm not going to pass that on to you. You know, I'm eating that cost to bring you free content. You know, that's just how it is. But, you know, we're 32 minutes and 36 seconds in to this video, so I guess it's time for me to shut my rambling on mouth and let y'all get back to what you got going and get me another cup of coffee and start getting ready for work here in a few hours. But until the next video, you know what I always say. Much love. Rock on. Have a blessed week, everybody. And until the next video or the next time we see each other. Peace out, y'all. Love you.